What's that sound? It's for amusement only, the EM and Bingo Pinball Podcast. Welcome back to For Amusement Only. This is Nick Baldridge. Tonight's game is 1954's Big Time by Bally. Now, Big Time is a game that was at this most recent York show at the Bingo Row on day number 1. It's a very fun game. It's got magic lines, which allow you to move a column of numbers up or down one position. If you move a column up, the top number wraps around and goes to the bottom. If you move a column down, the bottom number wraps around and goes to the top. In this case, Big Time is a single card bingo. That means that there is a single card of numbers, and if you get 3, 4, or 5 in a row, you earn replays as indicated by the advancing odds. The advancing odds are the amount of replays that you'll win for 3, 4, or 5 in a row, which increase at mystery intervals as you drop in more and more money. From 4 replays for 3 in a row, all the way up to 64 replays for 3 in a row, 16 replays for 4 in a row, all the way up to 200 for 4 in a row, 96 replays for 5 in a row, all the way up to 300 replays for 5 in a row. Big Time is different from Variety. Variety was the first game with magic lines, and Big Time is the second. Big Time allows you to move all 5 columns of numbers up or down one position. This game also has super cards. The super cards win lit. If you get 3 in a row in the super card, it scores as 4 in a row. But the catch is that the super cards are a 3x3 grid of numbers, and so it is much more difficult to get a 3 in a row on the super card than a 3 in a row on the main card. This game also has corner scoring, and if you get a ball in all 4 corners, it will score as 200 replays. Now on the super cards, you also have corner scoring, and if you sink a ball into all 4 corners of one of those when it's lit, you'll earn 300 replays, so it's actually better to shoot for the corners on the super card than it is for the corners on the main card. This game has an extended time tree, and that means that you can either finish positioning your numbers before shooting your 4th ball or before shooting your 5th. The game also has the extra ball feature, and that means you get up to 8 chances to win 3, 4, or 5 in a row. Of course, to earn the extra balls, you have to pay in more money. And it is unusual for the game to award you an extra ball off of a single coin. It does happen, but it's rare. This game has the familiar, at this point, yellow and red rollovers down at the bottom left and right hand side of the playfield. If you roll a ball over those when lit, it will spot either the number 25 or the number 10. I had a lot of fun playing this at York. I really think it's a great game. Being able to move all 5 columns of numbers gives the player a fantastic advantage. The only real disadvantage that you have is that you're only able to move the numbers up or down one position. Future games like Sun Valley allow you to reposition everything in multiple ways, but in this case, this game was very, very player-friendly, especially at the time that it came out. So let's talk about the artwork. On the Backglass, you've got dancing ladies, which make up the advancing odds. A curtain in the background, musical notes on a staff, separating these smaller ladies from the larger figures behind the musical staff. Up at the top left, you have a man and a woman dancing, having a big time. And in the background, you have a cityscape which is curved behind them. The playfield has more dancing ladies with the cityscape in the background. This one only very lightly curved. And one lady very close in perspective to the player. The artwork on the Backglass and the Playfield is pretty great. The cabinet is a very straight line kind of artwork. On the side, there's a straight red line, which then curves as it comes off of the head down onto the body of the cab and shoots toward the front of the cab. This red line meets in the center of the coin door area, down at the bottom in a V. Above it, on the sides, there are alternating lines of yellow and gold, and then they also wrap around the front of the cab. I happen to like that artwork. It's very clean and simple. It reminds me a bit of the fantastic games from the 30s and 40s that were Art Deco themed. So, I was very excited to see this at York. I had no idea it was going to be there, and had a great time playing it. I love all the Magic Lines games, and this one's no exception. So, that's all for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. My name again is Nick Baldridge. You can reach me at foramusementonlypodcast@gmail.com, or you can call me on the Bingos line. That's 724-BINGOS1, 724-246-4671. You can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, via RSS, on Facebook, on Twitter at Bingo Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram, also at Bingo Podcast, or you can listen to us on our website, which is foramusementonly.libsyn.com. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.